So today I've got a two-parter for you. One part life update and one part top 10 favorite books. So starting with the life update, I moved to college in a week. Well, in 1 week from today, I'll be in Iowa visiting McKay, so that'll be a lot of fun. I'm really excited to meet her. Um, and then next Sunday, I actually move into my dorm. I'm going to Michigan State, the Spartans, and excited. I've already met my roommate, and she's great. We're like brain twins, so excited about that. If I ever tell her about the vlogs, I'll introduce you. I'll have her in a video. I don't know if I will, though. I feel weird about that. I'll still have to figure out how I'm going to continue the vlogs while I'm in college, I assume. I'm probably just going to try to do it when she's not there, because I feel weird about vlogging with other people in the room, but we'll see. I'll figure something out. Other things, I haven't really been doing much. Been playing more video games. I'm almost finished with Skyward Sword. And I've actually been doing a bit of drawing lately, and I wouldn't really consider myself an artist, but I've been trying to improve on my face drawing, and I found some really good tutorials on DeviantArt, and so this is my current work in progress. That's pretty good quality. So yeah, I'm quite proud of this. I think it looks good. Haven't drawn any hair yet because I don't really know how to go about drawing hair, but I'll figure something out. Okay, so that's pretty much it for life update. Oh, the other day I had a going away party for myself, and that was a lot of fun. Got to see some friends. Oh, and today I filmed a really great vlog with Maddie. We read some of our Mad Libs. I think she's gonna post that on her vlog, on her blog. Probably later today. I don't know when. Probably tonight. She's kind of a night owl. So let's just get to my top 10 books. Now, this is not in any particular order because I cannot choose an order. And I do have a couple honorable mentions, but let's get to it. So, first one up here is Anna and the French Kiss by Stephanie Perkins. Sorry, there's a bit of a glare because I've got my window right there. I'm going to try to be really quick on all these. It looks really cheesy. I mean, it's called Anna and the French Kiss. I at first was not going to read it. I'm like, this is the world's worst title. But it's actually a really good book. It's well written. It's just the cutest story ever. The characters are also likable and great. It's about a girl, and her parents send her to a Parisian boarding school for her senior year. Not because she's in trouble or anything, but because her dad's like a big name author. He's essentially a parody of that one guy who writes all the stories. Like he wrote The Notebook and Last Songs. Nicholas Sparks. He's essentially a parody of Nicholas Sparks. And he sends her there, and she falls in love with a guy named Etienne, but here he has a girlfriend, and essentially chronicles their very messed up relationship for a year. And it's a great story. Next book up is The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. This was the book of the month for the book club at Wanderer. I didn't take part in that because I'd already read the book, and I just didn't feel like it, but love this book. The main two characters are kind of lame and boring, and their relationship's pretty uninteresting, but the rest of the characters, the side characters, are great. The story's fabulous, and the writing is superb, so definitely would recommend that. Next one, Fault in Our Stars by John Green. Yes, signed copy, and I will even show you the really quick, kind of lame signature. You guys probably know about this because it's been a pretty popular book. It's about a girl named Hazel who has cancer. I think it's lung cancer, I'm not sure though. And she meets a boy named Augustus who had cancer but currently doesn't, and it's just about their relationship and about her dealing with her cancer in her life, and it's kind of hard to describe, but good book. It makes you feel every emotion ever. And one of my honorable mentions I'll mention now is Looking for Alaska. It didn't make my top 10, but it would definitely be like my number 11, so that's also a great one, which is about a boy who goes to boarding school and meets a bunch of friends, and I don't know, it's about his year, so. Okay, next one, The King of Atolia by Megan Wallen Turner. I actually just finished this one last night, and it was fabulous. It's the third book in the Queen's Thief series, which is about Jen, Eugenides, who is the thief of Eddis, and it sort of just chronicles a part of his life. And the first book, The Thief, and the second book, The Queen of Atolia, well, half of the second book, are about Eddis, which is one of the main countries, and about him being a thief. Then the second half of Queen of Atolia and the King of Atolia are about Atolia, which is a neighboring country of Eddis. And then the fourth book, which is A Conspiracy of Kings, which I haven't read yet. I think it's about Sunis, which is the other country. And these three countries are sort of set up how modern and ancient Greece are set up, though the timeline is, it's a fantasy, but I'd say it most directly correlates to for what would be the Byzantine Empire for us, because though it's set up like ancient Greece, they have technologies like glass windows and guns and printed books and stuff they wouldn't have had then. So it's a lot like the Byzantine Empire. So if you like fantasy but don't like high fantasy with like magic and stuff, this is a great one for you. Oh, the writing is superb. The characters are flawless. It's just so good. Okay, so the next one. This has actually been my favorite book since like 3rd grade. And this is The Two Princesses of Bamare. I say Bamar, but I think it's Bamare. By Gail Carson Levine. And it's about Meryl and Addie. And Addie is kind of a coward and Meryl's the brave one. But Meryl gets the Grey Death, which is this disease that you get that lasts a couple weeks, and you eventually turn gray, go to sleep, and then you'll die. And Addie sets out to find the cure and save Bamar and her sister. And it's just a really great fairy tale type story. It's not very long. It's a quick read, but it's just I love this book. It's so cute. And actually, Gail Carson Levine did a signing in my city, and I went to it, and so I have it signed to Elizabeth. And I actually got McKay. She sent me her copy of Elle Enchanted, which is her favorite book, and I got that signed for her. Okay, next book. Whew, it's getting hot in my room. Is Specials by Scott Westerfeld. This is the 3rd book in the Ugly series, and this is, it's just a great book. I don't want to really talk about it in case you haven't read the series, because it would be, any part of this plotline is a huge spoiler for the first 2 books, but it's just a really good futuristic book about a society where when you turn 16 you get this operation that makes you very beautiful, but it also, you find out, kind of dumbs you down because they screw with your brain. And it's a fantastic futuristic series. The writing's not like superb, but it's a good story. Next one is Lioness Rampant by Tamora Pierce. And this is the 4th book in the Song of the Lioness Quartet, the last one. And it's the last book about Alana, who is the first Lady Knight in Tortall, and it's about her essentially saving Tortall and her relationships with King John and George, and I think Liam's in this book, and it's a fabulous book. I was trying to decide if this one or the 3rd one, Woman Who Writes Like a Man, would be my favorite, but this one wins. Great fantasy series, by the way. Tamora Pierce is the queen of fantasy. There's no contest. Okay, so the next one is Kathy's Key. Now, I'm not actually sure who writes this because it's written by more than one person. Stuart Wiseman Brigg. And this is a really hard book to describe, but it's really interesting. It's about a mystery involving Kathy's old boyfriend Victor, and it's a really confusing book, but it's so funny. It's one of the funniest books I've ever read, and it's a really cool book because like the hardback comes with all these like clues and stuff, and it's actual stuff you can take out. And the book itself, every page has illustrations and doodles, and it's written like it's Kathy's journal. And it's really great, and it's got a really interesting story. It's sort of about this group of immortals, and I don't know, it's hard to describe, but it's a great book. So funny. Okay, getting down to the end here. Next one is City of Masks by Mary Hoffman. This is the first in the Stravaganza series. The 6th one is actually coming out this month. I'm really excited for it. And it's about these teenagers in England who get these objects at a shop, and it turns them into Stravaganti. Is that what they're called? I don't remember. But they can transport when they sleep with that object from our world to the world of Italia, which is what would be our equivalent of like 15th century Italy in the Renaissance. And this one takes place in their version of Venice, which I don't actually remember what it's called. Oh, Bellezza. Bellezza? I don't know how to say it. But he meets the Duchess of the city, and I don't know, it's a really cool story. So it's like a mix between fantasy and historical fiction, and I love Renaissance Italy. It's one of my favorite time periods, so it's a great series. We're on the last one, and then I have one more, and this is Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. Everyone knows the story of Harry Potter, so I don't need to explain it, but the sixth one, Half-Blood Prince, is my absolute favorite. Some people don't like it because it's more of a, what would you say, a teen love story, angst sort of book, but I think it's a great break in the series. Plus, I love the story of the Horcruxes. So, fabulous book. My second choice for the series would be Goblet of Fire or Order of the Phoenix. And then the last one is my last honorable mention, and that is The Goose Girl by Shannon Hale, which is the first book in this series. And it's a fairy tale book about a girl who's a princess, and then she gets betrayed by her people when she's traveling to a new city to marry the prince, and she has to hide away and become a servant in that city. And fabulous book. Good book, but it didn't quite make my top 10. Either way, there's my top 10 favorite books, and I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you soon. Bye.